YouTubians, and welcome to another Dr. Spicer 11 YouTube video, and today I'll be talking about my custom accurate sized 10th Doctor Sonic screwdriver using the Capture Options toy. Now you may think that this looks a little bit different than the last time. Well, there's a slight little difference. The emitters off the 11th hour screwdriver, the cores from the 11th hour screwdriver, as the 11th hour screwdriver that I've currently made, had sadly broke into two pieces. So I salvaged what I can, and I made the ultimate screwdriver accurate sized. So instead of it being tossed away and cast into a volcano, I thought I'll use the parts off the 11th hour screwdriver to make the accurate size screwdriver a little bit more Sonic-y instead of looking more like using a pen tube trying to compensate for something. So immediately you can tell there's a massive size difference. Usually it's about this big, and all I've done is I've cut to about the bottom of where the button just ends. So from there, that's your accurately sized screwdriver. Then I took the slider and cut all the way down to the first ridge, because that's where you could get away with putting it, or you could put it a little bit further down. But for me, I thought I'll do it to the top of the ridge, to about here. Next thing of all, for the slider, I used the offcuts at the top, cut it down, just filed it down slightly. You can knock the corners off if you want, but I left them on. And what I did, I put a hole through the middle, and then I took the battery compartment and I literally just cut off the two battery bits, but there is still room to put at least one single battery in, but I haven't got it wired up to anything. So there's no LED, there's nothing on the inside apart from some yellow wires just to compensate for the looks of the Sonic screwdriver. So this is more of a static thing than actually activation or anything like that. And when you extend it, I know the core's a little bit messed up, but that's because of the super glue didn't want to clear up, so it just went all a bit skiffed. So yeah, I'm not going to try and fix that problem because I don't want to break it even more. So yeah, it's super glued down. The blue strip, what I did to get it equally spaced, the blue bit, the rest of the blue bit from here to about, say, here, I just got an old screwdriver and just scraped off the paint, and you can tell, just there. And then I got a strip of blue electrical tape, glued that in place, so it's just covering the button. However, I did cut down the button so it's a little flush to the body, so it just disguises the fact that it had a button, just about, apart from you can see this little gap, but you can't really do nothing about it. So it's hidden somewhat. So yeah, the slider is held with this black screw from the 11th hour screwdriver. You can still see the battery compartment there, but there's no battery or anything in it. So yeah. Now it is pretty fluent, I'll say at least, and it is a little bit off kilter when it comes to the bottom section, but that is to be expected because I just use a hacksaw, junior hacksaw, shall I say. This is all glued together now, so it's not going to fall apart on me, touch wood. And I did glue down the back end of this, but to make it not totally useless, I stuck a pen in it because the original one dried out. So I replaced it, and I just, it's just for note taking. Say if I want to write my name, it's not how I really write, but yeah, I got bored. So yeah, and doing size comparison, it's a lot different. I mean, compared to the toy, the actual version, and my customized accurate size screwdriver, there's a lot of a difference. Now, this is exactly the same size as the prop, except it's a little bit thick. But you can't really do nothing about that. So if you've got a broken screwdriver and you really want to try and do this mod, I highly recommend it. I mean, you're not really got nothing to lose if you've got a spare one that works. As for this, originally I did pry it off and it didn't go well, so hence it went in the scrap pile. So I glued it back on, then I cut it down in the middle, and then I glued that back on, so it's nice and flush. I tried plastic welding it together just for the time being, see how it all fit together in a test run, but it didn't really hold up properly, so I'll have to sand that down and put some silver paint over it at some point. But yeah, it's got the yellow eyes in there opposed to the black helix. I would have left in, but I wanted a bit more of an accurate screwdriver. So this is true to the Series 3, except from it doesn't have the two little screws on the side, so it acts as like the slide support, whereas the middle is your actual activation. Now, I will say that this wasn't originally my idea. My mate Josh, he came up with the idea originally, and all I did, I copied his, but mine's a little bit shorter, the screwdriver that is, and my mate did it about to the top of this button, if I remember rightly, and his was somewhat incorrect size, so I thought, you know what, I really want to go ahead to this, and I thought I'll go even lower with it, so I did. So now I've got an accurate size screwdriver. I use this with my cosplays, and believe it or not, even though it don't work, I carry this thing around with me, even if it's like, you know, say if I've lost a pen and I kind of need to write something real quick. Screwdriver's right there. I mean, psychic paper, why not? So, yeah, so really, that is just all I've done to it. There's no electronics on the inside apart from the wiring, but the wiring just only ends to about here and to the bottom of there, so it's glued in place, so you can't really do anything with it. It's the only bit of yellow wire I had left, so I had to improvise. So I couldn't really make this work anyways because of how thick this bit has to be on the inside and the LED. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you want to see more custom screwdrivers and stuff along the way, feel free to like and of course subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below that you have subscribed and liked, and I will pin your comment. Also, there will be an update video on the channel. It's me basically blabbering, but it will be me talking about what I'm really going to try and do and all that bits and bobs in future videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, stay safe, be well, be kind, and yeah.